Because I never had a family history, I didn't know any of that. I knew my father died of cancer, and that was very traumatic for me. And so, you know, my father died when I was 9, and then you fast forward 21 years later, and then you find out that you're the one with the cancer now. It was extremely difficult for me. So that is how initially I found out I had cancer. And I denied it a lot. In retrospect now, looking back on it, I really denied and avoided the issue for as long as possible, because you don't, you know, I'm one of many, many people that didn't have health insurance. And, you know, my kind of health insurance is don't die, or just don't feel sick or don't get sick. And so one of the many first reactions when I found out I had cancer was, how am I going to pay for this? Instead of how am I going to get better, it's how am I going to afford to live? And that was a very, very scary situation for me. But luckily I was able to, I had amazing friends that just helped me get everything together and organized as far as health insurance and health issues were concerned. They have been amazing. So I dealt with it pretty, I mean, I had my moments, but it was mainly my friends and my family that kind of got me through everything, which is typical. I don't know what else to say right now. This was very recent. This was just last year. I mean, I had my mastectomy in May of this year. And so right now I'm still going through breast expansion. And what that is, it's, when I was diagnosed, I was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma stage 2B. My tumor was about, when she looked at it, it was about 9 centimeters. It pretty much tripled from the time they did the ultrasound back in May. And when I did an ultrasound in October of that year, it tripled in size. And so that was very scary, because you go on those websites like WebMD and you think like the worst. And I was thinking it was just some type of other cancer in my breast. And so it was, I knew I was going to lose my breast. And, you know, I had to make the decision whether or not to have a bilateral or just lose one. Given my age, I just said, just take them both. I mean, it was a very rash decision, but I felt that was best for me. And then, it was very, extremely hard, because when you're going through cancer, you never have time to think about things. All you do is just make the best kind of decisions, you know, at the time and at the moment, and they have to be quick, because time is not necessarily on your side, you know, and you can enjoy it for what it's worth, but yeah, it's making health decisions and, you know, helping your friends and your family cope with your illness takes an emotional toll on you. And then you're also coping with your own illness and your emotional well-being and your spiritual health being and well-being. And it's just, it takes a toll on you. It really does.